my name is Jeff Klauser, General Manager of Epic Manufacturing. Today I'd like to talk to you about the Epic advantage of all hydraulic controls and how that is going to reduce your maintenance costs on your machine and improve ease of use for your operators. All Epic Manufacturing Contractor Series hydroseeders with paddle agitation have hydraulic controls for every function on the machine. Your spray pump is hydraulically controlled, the grinder is hydraulically controlled, the paddles are hydraulically controlled. The main way this is going to reduce maintenance for you is by eliminating the clutches, the belts, the pulleys, and the chains and the tensioners that you find on our competitors' machines that are required to run their functions on their machine. When we set out to design the Epic Contractor Series hydroseeding units, we looked at what was on the market and we wanted to use the best of everything. We felt that the hydraulic controls for paddle agitation systems was the best way to run a paddle system in a machine. It provides for independent use from the other functions on the machine. You can run your paddles forward, reverse, and vary the speed independently of your spray pump and your turret operation or your pump and your hose operation. You're not dependent upon one RPM and one speed for your paddles. You can run it independent at whatever speed you desire based on the slurry and product that you're spraying at that time. It is usually ideal to run the paddles at full speed when you're mixing and then slow them down when you're ready to spray. If this machine was driven by belts, when we're ready to spray, we would want to rev the throttle up to be able to get maximum spray distance. Well, the same time you rev the throttle up for maximum spray distance, you're revving up the paddles to maximum speed. So hydraulic systems eliminate that issue by giving you full control over your paddle speed and direction independent of your pump operation. We decided that just hydraulically driving the paddles isn't enough because you have the additional maintenance of the drive system for the centrifugal pump or the gear pump. Most machines on the market use either a belt drive or a direct drive system through a clutch. So you have the maintenance of the clutch and you have the wear and maintenance on either the belts or chains that are used to drive that function. We decided that since we already had a hydraulic system on our machine, let's utilize it for every function on the machine. So in addition to the paddles and the mulch grinder, our spray pump is hydraulically controlled. This eliminates all that maintenance. Really, your maintenance basically is now reduced to occasionally checking your hydraulic filters, and whenever the gauge tells you it's time to change the filter, you change the filter. You no longer have the wear item of a clutch. You no longer have the adjustments necessary to keep that clutch working properly. You no longer have the wear item of gear or belt or chain drive. You no longer have the tensioners to worry with. Everything is hydraulically driven. Everything is simple to use with simple hydraulic controls. Over here on our control panel on the grinder, you can see we have a grinder lever that controls our mulch grinder when you're loading mulch. And we have an agitation control lever that's forward and reversible. The further you push it in either direction, the faster the paddles go. It's totally under your control. So when you start my machine, you're going to basically rev the throttle up to the high setting, and that's all you do with the throttle. You don't have to rev it up and down to vary the performance of the machine. Once it's in the high setting, you have full control over everything on the machine. You can run your grinder, your paddles, or your spray pump without adjusting the throttle. Once you're done mixing, you're going to set the paddles slower in the mixed direction, and your pump control is all handled with this hydraulic valve. This acts as your clutch and your throttle. When it's off, the spray pump is completely off. When you need to spray, you engage the hydraulic system to turn the spray pump. The further you control it and push this control, the faster that pump will spin and the more performance you'll have to spray further. When you need to reduce your spray, like say you're doing a curb job along the side of a road, you just reduce this as you're standing here at the turret gun, and you get full control over that without having to engage and disengage a clutch and without having to rev up the throttle to get the performance where you want it. The other thing that this provides for us is it allows us to remove the ball valve that you would normally have up here to turn the turret off, because you're actually turning the pump off. So we can put our valves right at the discharge of the pump. This is going to reduce your chance of clogging. Normally the ball valve will be up top here on the turret gun. If you're just using the hose, that whole pipe up to that ball valve is getting packed with mulch. When you shut down, that mulch goes back down into the pump and can cause a clog. With our machine, all the valves are right by the pump. There is no long lines that can get clogged with material, and it really reduces your potential for clogs as well. So to summarize, every function on an Epic machine is hydraulically controlled. There is no maintenance for clutches. There is no maintenance for belts or chains or tensioners or anything of the sort. Everything is hydraulically controlled, makes it very simple for the operator. There is no variable throttle. You have a very simple throttle toggle switch. You start the machine at the low setting. When you're ready to spray and ready to mix, you kick it up to a higher setting, and it's very simple to use. Again, this is the all hydraulic control system on an Epic Contractor Series Hydro Seeder. Thank you very much.